drawdown, how to do a drawdown. A lot of times people always ask, what are these here for? These are drawdown columns. On the drawdown column, it's going to actually tell us what we're drawing down in chemical feeding into our process. In this particular case, we have a smaller drawdown column because of the amount of chemical that we're feeding. These can be adjusted. You can buy 50 mil all the way up to a 1,000 mil drawdown column. A couple of the things that we'll do is we're going to show you how to set it up and how to run the timer on it. So in this particular case, you'll see that they're measured. Most of your drawdown columns will have mils on there, or you can actually read in gallons per hour. In this case, because it's a smaller feed that we're running, we're going to go ahead and we're going to run mils per minute. So we have our tank here. This is our valve. It's actually open. We have another isolation valve here, and we have a valve to our drawdown column. Now what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to go ahead and fill up our drawdown column. So we'll open that up. You just want to open it up slowly. You want to make sure that you don't overflow it. And you want to make sure to go above the zero. And I'll show you why. So in this particular case, we went above the zero. Now we're going to go ahead, while the pump is running, we're going to go ahead and isolate this valve. And we're going to open this valve. Now if you're going to notice, it's going to start drawing down to zero. Once it hits zero, we're going to go ahead and hit start. Okay, now we're running. Now we're going to let it run for 60 seconds, and it's going to determine how many mils per minute we're feeding. And this will it'll help verify that the pump is pumping properly. It's going to help us verify that we are feeding the correct amount of chemical into the system. And you'll see it drawing down from 0 to 10, and it's going to continue on down. You don't ever need to stop it while it's drawing down. You can just let it draw down until it hits 60 seconds. Also, if you notice, I didn't start it at 0. I let it draw down to 0 before I started the unit, before I went ahead and started the timer. That's really important because you want to make sure that you're getting it actually on the drawdown of the pump. And I think that's where many times people make that mistake. We're coming up on 60, stop. So right there we're at about 27 mils that we fed. And that's pretty close to what we wanted to do off of what the pump was actually set to be feeding, 27 mils a minute. And that's pretty much what the drawdown is. Now, after you finish the drawdown, you want to go ahead and make sure to put it back into service. Don't forget, because if this does draw out, you're going to be out of chemical. So you'll go ahead and you'll isolate that slowly, and you'll slowly open this up. Okay? That's pretty much it. That's the drawdown.